Hello everybody, Adam here. I am a professionally trained audio engineer as well as metal guitarist, and today I'm going to be checking out a new Norma Jean song that dropped a few weeks ago. The song is called With Errors, and I am stoked. I am really excited to check this out. I remember when Norma Jean was putting out music a lot when I was in high school, and I had a few high school friends that were just all over like early Norma Jean stuff. I listened to like a little bit of it, but I haven't kept up with them really in my adult life. So I'm excited to hear like how they progressed, if they've kept their old sound, or if they've like moved on, like kind of like Under Oath, and grown and matured and that type of thing. I'm going to be talking about the overall production, things I like and don't like, maybe song structure, and if there's any cool electric guitar stuff going on, then I'll definitely let you know about it. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Oh, really like that. So that is a modulation with a lot of reverb. If there is delay, there's just like a tiny bit of delay on that electric guitar. Oh, that's cool. Got the slow build in here with the distorted guitar. So that's just a really slow fade in. Wow, their electric guitar tones are amazing. Really fat. I really like the kick drum. The drums sound great. So the toms are of course playing, and if you listen really carefully, you can hear the hi-hat going up and down like this. He's not hitting it; he's just going up and down. Cool. Okay. I love it when mix engineers get really clever with having the electric guitar just be in the right ear for a second or left ear in the right second for emphasis. It's really good. This is a very wide mix. This is also a really good example of how you don't need to use a lot of reverb and delay to make your stereo image really wide. This mix is very dry for the most part. So during that scream, there is a little bit of delay and a lot of reverb for emphasis, and then very dry, clean vocals for the chorus. Nice. Left ear guitar. Left ear guitar again. Left ear again. That's cool how they did that. You don't, as an audio engineer, you do not need to have the electric guitar going in both ears at the same time all the time. If you want to emphasize something, it's a really good idea to have it just in the one ear and then have the emphasis note come in on one side as well when they come in together. It's a good mixing trick. That snare drum really cuts. That harmonic was awesome. Always love a song that can pull off a good harmonic. Okay, well, that was it. Alright, that was a solid song, man. I love the fact that these old, like, post-hardcore bands and hardcore bands are able to bring themselves up into this more mature sound. So, let's talk about the overall mix, because the overall mix was phenomenal. This is a very, very, very good example of what happens when everything is level. I would say I had a little bit of a hard time hearing the bass, but the bass did have its own place. So maybe that's okay for this mix. I definitely prefer my mixes to be a little bit more on the bassy end, but that's just more my personal preference. It didn't take away from the song. Let's talk about how the vocals and the drums and the guitars all sat together. So when you're mixing, a trick that I learned in school that I've been using non-stop since graduation is, especially for metal music, so the kick drum, the snare drum, and the vocals should all roughly be the same volume. They did a really good job of that, and the electric guitars, even though they were really loud, they were always in either the left ear or right ear. The panning on that is really, really important, because you don't want all your electric guitars to be center, because that's where your vocals are. If you noticed, the vocalist is singing in the same note range as the electric guitars. So if you have a lot of stuff that's in the same frequency area, it's going to get muddy, and you're going to have masking. So what masking is when something overpowers something else, and then you can't hear it very well. And so the point of panning is to get away from accidentally masking other instruments. And so the idea to keep everything in the left ear and right ear is what you're supposed to do, because that frees up the middle part of your stereo image for vocals and for bass and for drums. So that's just some basic mixing tricks. You have to understand panning in order to be a good mix engineer. And panning was something I really didn't fully understand at all until I was done with college. What else? The vocals sounded really clear, concise, sat on top of the mix really well. The electric guitars sounded just fat and phenomenal. I didn't know if there was any like doubling that happened. It sounded doubled in both the left ear and right ear. And there's totally nothing wrong with doing that. Sometimes you need to do that in order to get a full sound. And also, doing that with vocals is also okay as well. So many people, it's so common to double your vocals in the middle to get a little bit more volume and to get more clarity. Everything was mixed and EQ'd really, really well. The master was not overly compressed. Good job. I love dynamic metal masters. So really, really good job on the master. There was no pumping. I need to do an example for you guys of a bad master so that you can hear like exactly what a bad master sounds like, because there are professional bands that have really, really bad masters. And so I should do a video about that in the future so that you understand what I'm talking about. I mean, otherwise, just good songwriting, good performance, good production. Man, I would say I would give this like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. It's really, really solid. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I do have a Patreon page. It's the top link in my description. If you subscribe to my Patreon page, that really helps me support the channel. I am currently working on full band Fiverr covers that I'm really excited about. But hiring musicians from Fiverr, especially getting all their videos, is pretty expensive. So any dollar on the Patreon page really helps me. Any dollar that you give me on the Patreon page goes right back into the channel here, so I can continue to put out more content for you guys. Also, if you want to watch the original video, I will have that link down there as well. So again, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, bell button, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, guys.